This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Mood Prep. My name is Dave Nixon, and today I'm going to encourage you to outgrow your own bullshit. It was a post shared by Mr. Kerwin Ray, and I actually don't know what he was referring to specifically, but I can take a fucking guess, hey. But that's the thing, one of the most powerful things that we can do is truly learn to take responsibility for just about every single thing in our life. Everything that we can, right? That's actually our responsibility. Now, an example for that, and this is actually relevant for me. I was driving today, literally, and I'm like, that fucking guy. For some reason, I was driving past football fields I used to train at when I was younger. I drove past where I used to play state Australian football, Australian rules, and I was in the state team, and I didn't get picked to go away to nationals, right? Which I remember getting the letter. I had all these memories come flooding back to me today. I was driving, and I remember getting the letter saying that I didn't get selected, and I thought I was fucking in. I'm like, I had no idea how I couldn't have been in. I played all the games that we had, all the regionals games leading up to it. I played really well. That year, I actually got runner-up, best and fairest in the whole entire league, and I wasn't actually taken away. All right. In fact, only one person from the north side of Canberra, where I live, was taken. Everyone else was from the south side, where the coach was from, right? And so I remember driving, and I'm like, that fucking guy, like, he made decisions around the team, and that's not in my control. As a kid, I didn't know how to fucking deal with that. And so I ended up stopped playing football, and I actually have used that without recognizing in so many ways to be like, well, it doesn't matter how good I get. If someone can just say, no, mate, too bad, you can't come, you can't play, or anything along those lines. Now, what I'm getting at here is that in that sense there, I have the responsibility of how I respond and the meaning structures that I make to every fucking situation that occurs around me. You know, it's hard if someone passes away. What meaning structures am I giving it, right? All of these things, like in every single situation, what is the responsibility that I can take on? Because when I look at the responsibility I can take on, I get to grow, learn, and move forward. When I'm like, well, this happened, it's that person's fault, it's like you hand over all of your power. The person did something, and maybe it was a big chunk of their fault. However, when you're unable to look at a situation and go, what was my role here? How could I have changed something? You know, what could I have done differently? You're fully stepping into victim status, and you will always be a victim to the past. And this is why we need to outgrow our own or your old bullshit. No one's fucking holding you back. When we truly understand that, we can start to fucking free ourselves from the rubbish that we developed when we were younger, when we didn't know any better. While you're there, I would recommend to stop shaming yourself as well if you're doing it. Like, oh, fuck, I should have known better. No, it doesn't matter, right? Just be kind and compassionate to your younger self. They did what they could with what they knew. They didn't know any better. That's why they did it. And when we see our own friends or kids or whatever that are teenagers or youth, and they're making decisions, they're attempting to get something. They're attempting to get something. It could be love, connection, it could be anything. They're attempting to get it, and they're trying to do it the best way they know how so that they can feel valuable, significant, loved, worthy, right? Anything along those lines. And so what they're doing is attempting to get something out of the best of their ability. And this is the whole presupposition of like, there's a positive intention behind every behavior. And when we can understand that, we can understand to go, well, what was the positive intention behind my behavior of being with an abusive person for such a long time? Yes, I was, inverted commas, a victim in that situation. However, Why couldn't I take myself away? What was the disempowering part of me that I need to change so I never put myself in that position again? And that can be for your fucking job. It could be for your relationships. It could be for just your past. It could be for your parents. The amount of people I speak to that can benefit from just breaking the fuck up with their parents and seeing them as another adult is astonishing. I'm not surprised, right? I've lived through it as well. But it's astonishing. And so all this here is the ability to outgrow our own bullshit. But it's outgrow. It's growth. It's painful. It's it's uncomfortable. It's discomfort, right? And the thing there, we all know that growth happens outside the comfort zone, right? As I roll my eyes, but it's true. What happens is that when we get a sense of something that's uncomfortable, right? That's when the work needs to happen. It doesn't happen when we feel safe, right? Reflection happens when we feel safe, and there is some work to be done there, but the real work, the work that allows you to grow through it, means you have to go through it. It's the whole fucking Bear in the Woods story that I told on Friday, right? We got to grow through it, which means we have to go through it. So the beautiful thing in all of this here is that to outgrow our own bullshit means that we're the ones leveling up. We're empowering ourselves because we're taking responsibility for what's ours, right? And when we do that, we just leave the past exactly there. Past. It's gone. Leave it. Don't bring it to now. Don't bring it to now. Don't bring it to now. Or now. Or now. Stop now. Now. Because the beautiful thing in all of this is that you awaken new every fucking moment, right? We all do. We can reinvent ourselves. We can be who we truly are in every single fucking moment. However, we're bringing like an overnight baggage bag with us from like when we were 8, 9, 12, 23, doesn't matter. And we're bringing it to now, into this moment. And it's not serving. And it's hurting. It's what it is. It's weighing you down. It's holding you back. And so in order for all of us to truly fucking move towards what our potential is, it's time to let go of the belief structures that hold you to the past. But the difficult thing is that we have to honor them because they were useful at some point. What got you through college is not going to get you through your career. What got you through like your schooling is not going to get you through what your goals are today, right? The thing is that this is why we need to grow, learn, adapt, and become flexible. Because the adaptability, the flexibility is true strength. Because it means that we're able to adapt to every single fucking situation that gets thrown at us, than having a blinding weakness and just a blinding strength. The strength's fine. Double down on the strength. All for it. But make sure your weakness is not going to actually weaken your strength and not allow you to do what you can do with this one life. And the thing is that often the weakness, people know that in the back of their mind, a little weakness pops up and then they just shove it aside and go, no, don't worry about that. No, don't talk about that. Don't worry about that. I'm fucking talking exactly about that thing that you've been putting off. Abso-fucking-lutely. That horseshit that you've been putting off is going to come up and bite you in the ass if you don't do something about it ASAP. The thing is, you already know that. We all know that. Right? It's just like, oh, we look off in the distance. Like it's not going to happen. We know. We know it will. But the beautiful thing about all of this, about outgrowing our own bullshit, is that it's ours. We get to own it. And when we own it, we own our life. Not just to say cliche terms, but it's fucking true. In this current situation, what can I take responsibility for? And as soon as you start doing that, you start owning your life instead of being a victim to other people's behaviors. It's a big change. On that note, team, though, I am done. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode. If you found this episode beneficial, it would mean the world to me if you'd pass it on to someone else that you think would also find it beneficial. And of course, if you haven't already, you should totally come to the Mood Prep Live Seminar. It's in Sydney, 21st, 22nd of September. You can find out more on my website, davenixon.com.au. Go to seminars and find out from there. Otherwise, jump in the Mood Prep community on Facebook and go from there as well. Team, that's it. I'm out. Until tomorrow, peace and pizza, kick today in the dick, and slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled. and unburned.